welcome to the mix. Hope you all had a fantastic Easter. We did end up skipping the video last week, but between the rush into Easter, getting bits and pieces out the door before the long weekend, and then catching up after that, we haven't had a chance until now to do a bit of a catch up on things. It's a bit of a shame because, again, we've got a massive pile of stuff to get through, and the last two videos have been epic length. So, I mean, if you thought Lord of the Rings was long, haha, just got to see some of my latest roundups. And yes, there's a lot to cover here, but we're actually going to just do kind of one bar from each range rather than all the flavours or several bits and pieces, just to try and keep it a bit shorter and snappier for you. On that, we'll jump in with snacks to start. Arguably the biggest launch we've had this past week, and it's so much been crammed into such a short week as well, has been a brand new bar from Barebells. In fact, I'm not even sure this was this week. Was this before Easter? We had this for Easter?
No, it came in on Tuesday, didn't it?
I can't remember. Actually, I think this was before Easter. It came in just before. Anyway, right, I'll save our debate. But yeah, I think the first one in, no, I'm getting head shaking. It definitely didn't. I'm definitely wrong. Okay, whatever. Yeah, lost track of time this week, but the brand new from Barebells, the mint dark chocolate. I was going to say dark chocolate mint, and I think that's how we've listed it, but they've actually put mint first. Anyway, yeah, it's this oddly greeny blue kind of box here. Some of you guys obviously saw things teased. I have been saying for a few weeks there was something new coming from Barebells, so we did know about this one. This was actually a limited edition flavour launched at Christmas last year over in Scandinavia, which made more sense because it was obviously, you know, the darker chocolate, the mint. It's more of a heavier wintry flavour traditionally. And confusingly, over in Scandinavia, over in Sweden, they just got the lemon curd, which is a much kind of lighter, zestier, more springy summer flavour. Everyone, I guess, thought with the new bar coming it might be that. It wasn't. I don't know if that one's coming, or at least not in the near future, but mint is what we've got. And mint, it's not a combo everyone loves, the chocolate and the mint thing, but for those who do, yeah, it's one they get really obsessed with. All the dark chocolate mint things we do in the mix, like the grenade one going way back, the carb killer one, and the fulfill one, which has been mysteriously discontinued, have actually been quite popular. And indeed, we love the mint choc quest bar, which has always been a team favourite bar. Anyway, yeah, Barebells' take on this, obviously going to be good. Barebells never let us down. And this in mind, I'll open one straight away to show you. Few twists here. It's not your standard mint dark chocolate bar. First thing you'll notice, and I've actually got Millie here today. I'm not totally talking to myself for once. So it means I don't have to run to the camera. Millie can run to me. There we go. It's actually got sprinkles, as if you didn't spot that straight away. So it's all focused in there. Woo! Yep, you about got that now, I'm sure. Yeah, another great looking bar. Sprinkles. First Barebells bar we've had with sprinkles. Obviously big fans of that. And star-shaped ones at that. They are lightly sweet, slightly crunchy, but they don't get in the way too much. And the other thing you probably noticed just then, or at least if I draw your attention to it, is this actually is a milk chocolate bar. So it's not a dark chocolate one, as the name would imply, and usually when we see a dark chocolate bar, from the grenade one to the Power of Me one and everything else, it's a quite an intense kind of midnight blacky sort of dark chocolate going round it. Even with the new dark chocolate raspberry grenade bar, again, dark chocolate coating the bar. In this one, it's clearly the milk chocolate, and that's probably a good thing because Barebells are very well known for the smooth, creamy milk chocolate coating the bars like the salty peanut. So it's actually cool they've kept it, but don't worry, you haven't been robbed of that intense dark chocolate flavour because the inside looks something like this. Okay, you know what, the most useful bite? Oh, let's bring it in again. I probably should have cut this one so you get a cleaner idea. But you can see a white chocolate minty fondant thing. So that's on top of the base. And the base itself is very, very, that'll probably do the trick, very, very chocolate infused, dark chocolate infused. It's a really intense, heavy chocolate running through the base. And it kind of makes it a little bit more, I guess, fudgy, a little bit more chewy if you're being unkind. But because of the intensity of the flavour, it's actually really pleasant. And the soft, white chocolatey, after eight style, typically after eight style, minty fondant running along the top, obviously adds a lot of that minty freshness. I should probably just chew this. You might even hear the sprinkles crunching. You do get a little bit of that, a little bit of freshness. Yay! Okay, not too bad. Sorry about that, folks. Again, biting off more than I can chew. Yeah, well, there you have it. I guess the twist, as I say, not dark chocolate on the outside. It means this isn't as low sugar as some of the darker choc bars tend to be, and I think it does bring people to them. But it is the lowest sugar of the Barebells bars. So I think it's 1.3 grams of sugar in this bar. And it's also the lowest calorie by just a smidge. So I think it's 192 calories for the bar rather than I think 196 and a couple of the sneak over the 200. So there's not a lot in it. It doesn't really matter. But it's very, very impressively fudgy. That's the main thing to take away. And for the dark chocolate, that's the intensity on the inside. The minty fondant, yeah, very nice. It's other than that, yeah, it ticks that sort of Viscount after 8 taste and delivers perfectly on that with all the usual Barebells hallmarks. So there you go. New mint dark chocolate Barebells in the mix now in our Barebells Brigade bundle, along with the salty peanut, the white chocolate almond, and everything else. Yeah, it's been very popular out of the gate already, so a lot of people obviously enjoying the idea of a mint bar coming out. It's not the most summery, springy flavour, I'll give you that, but it's a great bar, and I'm not surprised they ended up bringing it back after Christmas. So yeah, the tagline, I'm not too sure quite where they were going with it, but it's saying it was meant to be. My take on it is that it was too good not to bring back. So yeah, it's meant to be that this was a standard long-running flavour. Thank you, Barebells, as usual. Okay, we're going to jump over from snacks now that we've done the sort of main eventy one here, and just to save it being me stuffing my face endlessly before getting on. Big news for this week, and it's been a long time coming. Mark Lobleiner's MTS machine weigh has been restocked, and not only that, I'll move this so you can see the tub more clearly. Oh no, everything's falling down. Panic, panic. No, it's okay, I've got it, I can handle it. Right, yeah, £2 tubs. So we got these in for a few weeks back now, and we gave them a bit of a launch then, and we had a bunch of flavours in the big £5 tubs, the giant ones. But we do tend to love the smaller tubs in the mix, and I know you guys do too. It tends to enable you to try more of the amazing flavours and swap things up, switch things in and out more regularly, and variety is the spice of life, and the whole pick and mix way and everything. So we always like the smaller serving ones where possible. Yeah, they're not quite as good value, but yeah, overall in the mix, we don't do a lot of the giant tubs. We do loads of these smaller ones here, or yeah, the smaller serving sizes we can, and it's always tended to do really well for us. Anyway, we did get birthday cake and strawberry cheesecake. I think it was strawberry shortcake. It's right behind me here. Cheesecake, there you go. We did get those with the first delivery of the machine where we finally got back in after waiting for it for quite literally years the other day. And the birthday cake went straight out the door, and strawberry, yeah, we still have some of that. But now we've got a kind of full contingent of the £2 tubs. So this is what we were really hoping for. Mark and the importers here sorted it out, and we are loaded up. So, we have, right here, ice cream sandwich, one of my favourites. You can think of this one as a super duper souped up cookies and cream, which is amazing to think, considering that his Mark's gourmet cookies and cream is already pretty fantastic, loaded with real cookie pieces and the rest of it. This is that and then some. So the whole idea is a kind of Oreo cookie sandwich, and it really does come across like that as well. If you kind of cross the cookies and cream traditional Oreo thing with cake pieces that you maybe find in his triple chocolate and stuff, you get this. It is one of the most popular flavors, really hard to actually get stock of this one, and yeah, you'll find out why if you try it. So yeah, big recommendation from me there. And another one of my faves here, so I pulled out the red velvet cake. Again, real cakey pieces, lovely texture to this one, really, really creamy. It does come out red, just like a sort of red velvet cake base, which is kind of amazing. And it is sweet, it's one of the sweetest ones, but absolutely to my taste. You do get the 25 grams of protein, so they're actually quite big servings here. So the calories, they do look a little bit higher than you're perhaps used to seeing, so closer to 140, 150. But bear in mind, it is quite a lot more, you know, it tends to be a couple of grams more protein than you'd see in, let's say, the select shakes and stuff. Anyway, yeah, we've got those in. We've also got fruity ones. We have got blueberry muffin. We've got banana cream pie. We have got regular chocolate. So if you like a sort of plainer one, it's still quite sweet, but very, very creamy. We have got espresso. So that's in the rich coffee flavor to that one. Always a popular one there. We have got, you might as well just read them off, actually. We've had to pile these things everywhere. We've got the gourmet cookies and cream, as I said. We have got, what's this guy here? Ice cream sandwich. Mint cookies and cream, Millie's mentioned that. Yes, a whole bunch of them. There's still the strawberry. And yeah, as many as we possibly could. And we've had a bit of a restock on the bigger tubs as well, the £5 tubs too. So I think we've got gourmet cookies and cream back there. We've still got peanut butter fluff. We got red velvet cake back in the big tubs. And we've got triple chocolate cake. So that's like the chocolate, but with kind of cake pieces in. I think the little chocolate chips as well. So it's that full-on, maxed out chocolate experience. They're all in the mix now, and in terms of shakers, if you buy any of the big tubs, so the big monster £55 £5 tubs, and they're about 60 servings, so actually pretty good value for that. You get a free official MTS Nutrition It's Not a Game shaker, and these are great shakers actually. They're the same spec as the incredibly annoying Rattle Stylee Performer Hero shakers we do. So yeah, very, very sturdy, mix things perfectly. And also, if you buy one of our MTS stacks, and there are 2 or 3 of them up on site now, with this more stock, extra stock, I might actually make some more, but there's a boom stack with the Vasky and Ruckus. So that's the full stim Ruckus experience. There is this guy here, and we do have blue raspberry back as well, so we've been waiting for that flavour. And Vasky is their kind of stim-free pump product, which is a fantastic one, which we now have in a flavoured version. So not just the stackable unflavoured, we've now got the much anticipated rainbow candy. So yeah, this is a great one. It will stack with everything, and even with this flavour, yeah, it's basically a lovely fruity cocktail, but an actual flavoured version of this is great. I know a load of people actually take the Vasky on its own, but it's not quite unflavoured. It's generally sweetened. It's not unpleasant to drink at all, but yeah, for the people who just want a totally stim-free experience with a whole load of nitroglycerin and the killer pumps this stuff gives you, yeah, it's a simple but effective product, and it's great value too, actually. There's now the flavoured version. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, look out for more stuff from MTS in the mix. It's something I've taken a long time to get back in, but stock seems to be more plentiful now. And I know a load of you guys, even looking at the sales as the stocks hit this weekend, has been fantastic. So check out the Just Arrived section. It's all there as we speak. There you go, we'll move back to snacks now. Okay, try and hold your attention. We're going to go to, down the line, we'll run with RedCon's latest, right? So these are the B.A.R. Breakfast at the Ready. These guys love an acronym. Bars. I did a bit of an intro to these ones. I sort of thought it through when I did the Instagram and the blog post on this. But basically, we've got the MRE bars from them. So that's these guys here. And we got the iced carrot cake the other day, the German chocolate cake, which ended up being a surprise favourite. So that's a really rich, intense chocolatey experience with coconut and everything. Lovely bar. They're actually quite good. I don't think I expected much from fundamentally a full-on supplement company. But when those came out, very, very good texture on them, unusual flavours, pretty good nutritionals. Yes, a meal replacement bar, 260 calories, but certainly more reserved than some of them, and with the real ingredients in there and everything, pretty awesome. Not everyone's going to go for the mixed protein sources. It does have salmon and egg and chicken protein sources in there among the other ones. A little bit weird and wonderful, certainly not vegetarian, not for everyone, but it does give the bars an unusual texture and certainly a very complete protein profile, well-rounded ingredients and the rest of it, some balanced carbs in there too. So an interesting bar, and yeah, pretty damn tasty. Anyway, those bars kind of set the tone a little bit for the kind of unique snacks that they're doing over there. And these latest ones are sort of cereal bars. So if you think of your kind of favourite supermarkety, Nature Valley, Fiber One kind of, you know, whatever cereal bars you see when you go down the aisles now, and there are loads of brands doing it, and they're great fun because who doesn't love cereal? It's crispy, crunchy, lovely texture, it's sweet. It's not just a breakfast thing, of course, like cereal any time of day, post-workout, whatever is awesome. But this is like a souped up version done kind of military RedCon style, and we've got 3 awesome flavours. We've got cinnamon crunchy bits, crunchy cinnamon bits, thank you. It's great when Millie's here because I get corrected on everything. Crunchy cinnamon bits, which is my favourite, and there is rainbow breakfast, which I think was your favourite. Yeah. That's a kind of Lucky Charms. The crunchy cinnamon crunchy bits, whatever. Before I get hit, is crunchy cinnamon. Curiously cinnamon, that's it, or cinnamon graham type flavour. Pretty snickerdoodly, pretty brown sugary and stuff, pretty awesome. Kind of fiery in there too, it's bold. And I mean, that's the main thing with all of these, very bold flavours. Which is very impressive. They are sweet, but I mean, yeah, I do love the boldness and the texture. Getting carried away. There's one more flavour. It is fruity cereal. Okay, they've run out of creativity on that one. That's Fruit Loops, basically, and it has that authentic Fruit Loops citrusy note running through it, which isn't for everybody. It's That's not our favourite. I mean, being totally honest, that's not a pick for us. It tastes a bit pre-workouty, to be quite honest, and that's not necessarily what you want in a breakfasty snack. The other two, though, absolutely divine, and the Rainbow Breakfast here has crunchy sort of marshmallowy, Lucky Charmsy pieces in it, and the cinnamon cinnamon crunch one, it doesn't actually have any cereal pieces in per se. They're all made. Thank you, Millie. They're all made with real cereal pieces. So the entire bar, or 80% of it, is with crunchy, gluten-free cereal pieces. But I'm talking about the extra kind of the novelty inclusions. Not so much in the cinnamon, but the flavour's all there, and there are some crunchy bits in there. Because again, I finished a bar last night doing the post. I'll show you in a sec. In fact, no, we'll open the Rainbow Breakfast because it's the most fun to look at. In fact, I'll do that right now. You'll see what we're talking about. Oh, yes, so real cereal pieces. There's 20 grams of protein, I think, in it. It's about 5 grams of sugar, so pretty modest for something like this for sure. And as I say, gluten-free. I think they're all vegetarian as far as I can make out, so very unlike those, except for this one. Because I think with the marshmallow pieces in there, it does mention gelatin. This might be a veggie-friendly gelatin, but I'm yet to check that. So I think all the others are fine, just maybe not this if that worries you. Anyway, wow, look at that. Gorgeous bar. Gorgeous wrappers too, actually, while we're saying this. There you go, focus on that bad boy. So you're looking at pretty chunky. There's actually quite a lot of heft to these things given the cereal pieces, drizzled on top. And it's the same kind of drizzle across all of them, so it's just sweet, yogurty, vanilla-y. The whole thing is set in a kind of creamy white chocolate base, you can see on the underside there. Yeah, in fact, all three of them have the same kind of vanilla, sweet, crunchy cereal, kind of Rice Krispie-esque base, obviously with their various flavour infusions and inclusions. And on this, you'll see, there's probably a hint of it you've just seen in the close-up, but... Oh. Instant regret. Okay. Yay, better. Okay. Let's do both. These are great fun. It's worth actually showing what you get with these things. Fantastic pictures Middy's taken, as usual, on the website and on the Instagram. But you can see all the cereal inclusions there. Got it?
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, it tastes amazing. I mean, the general idea is that your kind of favourite guilty pleasure children's cereals condensed into an on-the-go, grab-and-go friendly bar. And they've delivered it. So it's actually great. It's very, very different to the experience you get with the Barebells bar. Certainly things like Quest bars, even grenade bars. And it's actually nice to see because there seems to be a little bit of stagnation in creativity terms in the protein bar market at the moment. A lot of people are doing very, very similar things, albeit with good flavours. And it's actually nice to have some different textures coming in. So between these and the, can I find them? The Fortifex bars. Oh, here we go. You guys know these, but I might as well give them a bit of a wave. There you go. These bars here. Woo! Same kind of deal. Crunchy, cereally things inside. Very, very bold flavours. Very, very sweet. These are fully coated, unlike these. So the calories and stuff do jump up, along with the protein counts and things. But the B.A.R. bars, there you go, collapsing. Very similar. And yeah, if you're craving a slightly different texture and you want something that's just seems to, it's going to bring a smile to your face really with the cereal take, those are the bars for you. So again, good job RedCon. And yeah, I prefer these personally to the MRE bars. But yeah, both like good novelties and kind of worth trying. So there's a new bundle. I'm going to mention it as well. Millie thought I'd forget the name, but it's the new Raise the B.A.R. Bundle is up there on site, so you can pick and mix a box of 12 across the 3 flavours. So go and have some fun. Oh, okay, we're going to jump back briefly to this. We've got drinks. Not going to delve into this too much, but Monster Ultra, many of you guys love this stuff. We've got loads of other energy drinks in the mix from, the new Nocco and stuff like that to 3D, which we're having great fun with the Christian Guzman goose juice stuff there we love. Monster Ultra is the sugar-free, calorie-free kind of, I suppose, energy drink in vogue at the moment, energy drink du jour that certainly across the UK is widely available. Latest flavour in the States is, well, it's Monster Green really, but it's Paradise is what they call it. A bit confusing because green tends to signify an apple drink, and indeed, like the flavour of it is kind of apple. It's really hard to describe. It's It's not 100% apple. I'm going to disagree with Millie there. To me, it puts me in mind of kind of Hubba Bubba. I know it sounds a bit weird, but there's almost a kind of kiwi strawberry thing going on over the top there. So I mean, they liken it to a Jolly Rancher, and it's true. There's a sort of mixed fruit thing going on in there. So yeah, it's a really nice apple. You could, if you like appetizer or something, it's there. But to me, there's a bit of a different tone. Either way, it just makes it interesting. So yeah, if you don't like apple, probably not for you. But it's a really, really nice drink there, and actually loads nicer than we were expecting. Paradise. It would seem to imply tropical or something, but it is not that. Either way, really nice. And we couldn't get much of this stuff, and God knows when it's actually going to make it to the UK properly. But you all need to try this. Fully recommended. It's my drink for the video here. And we also got back in some of the Monster Ultra Black. So this is the last one. Well, the oldest one not to have made it to the EU. So we've just got the blue, and that'll start popping up in shops around about now. Slightly different formula to the EU ones, of course, but more or less faithful in the flavours. But the black is black cherry. And if you're looking for comparison, it's a lot like the red 3D Energy we've got, which they describe as a cherry fruit punch. It's kind of that. For me, cherry's fine. That's nicer, so fully recommended, and that is in the mix right now while stocks last. Back to snacks. Final one we're going to show you today in this post-Easter show and tell is the latest from Optimum Nutrition, rather creatively called the Optimum Bar. Optimum Nutrition, not brilliantly well known for snacks. I mean, that's not to say they haven't made a bunch of them, but most of them have not been any good. I'm not really going to try and sugarcoat that. The only thing, the only point it really improved, I think, with the whipped bites. They're not great sellers, and whilst I'm genuinely, truly a big fan of them, I love the texture, and I like the different separate cake things and everything. Big fan personally, they didn't sell so well. This might be because it's in other places as well, or maybe people just didn't like the texture by and large. I don't really know, but it's one that I thought was better and deserved to do better. Either way, that was a nice surprise, but before that, yeah, a lot of the bars sucked. Anyway, Optimum Bar, we heard loads of good things about this. They were sampled kind of secretly at FIBO, and I think everyone said, wow, texture is absolutely amazing. Yeah, I heard some people quibbling about flavors, and we'll come to that in a sec. But texture-wise, yeah, these really are something special. So these are chocolate-coated, and they are super soft on the inside. And we've got 3 flavors again. So trio to start us off. We've got chocolate peanut butter, which does not taste like that. And we have got a chocolate caramel. I think they've just called it. So that's their kind of default flavor, sort of salted caramel kind of thing. And we've got probably the kind of hidden gem, Rocky Road. So it's actually the Rocky Road I'm going to show you here, slightly because it's got like chopped chips inside, so a bit more exciting texture, but in terms of flavour, it certainly doesn't look the way it tastes, so there's a nice surprise there. And yeah, it's kind of fruity and fresh and a little bit different to everything else I've shown you here, so why not? We'll open this up here. In terms of numbers, 20 grams of protein, so it's the usual thing, and no added sugar. High protein meats, great taste. Yeah, go figure. And what else are we talking about here? I assume it's super low sugar. I didn't even look, actually. 200 calories a bar. Yep, nice and standard. 6 grams of fat, not bad. 19 grams of carbs, not bad. 1.5 grams of sugar, yeah, pretty good. And 20 grams of protein, yeah. So you can't knock it. Like on paper, the number's pretty good. And let's open that. Yeah, these actually, in contrast to the Barebells here, actually, I'll show you that, actually do look like a pretty dark chocolate. So you see what I mean when I say one's got a kind of dark chocolate, the other one hasn't. So yeah, it doesn't mention dark chocolate in the Optimum one, but there it is. And whilst Millie's, now she's tap dancing back, yeah, you'll see there are knobbles on the top of the bar. We do love the odd knobble here. Yeah, other than that, not too inspiring, but I'll go for a bite while you're running there. Oh. Well, I'm doing it wrong. No. Anything to see there?
Yeah.
Ah! Camera does not like focusing. Got it?
Yeah. Not the best chocolate chips.
Not the best chocolate chips. Yep, Millie's right. The bulk of the bar is just this kind of white, immensely fluffy stuff. The chocolate is also really thin, kind of brittle. Maybe that helps with the nutritionals on it. It sort of melts as you're holding it, actually. This actually puts me in mind of, I can't think of any of the brand names right now, but they're kind of fancy coated marshmallows.
Mallow and Marsh.
Yes, yeah, like Mallow and Marsh type thing. There's a whole bunch of different ones. I've seen a few brands doing it. I'm sure there's one called Malance or whatever it is. But Yeah, because the really thin chocolate, it cracks quite quickly and then melts away in quite a nice way actually. There are some slight crunchies in the top there, little protein crunchies, and they are the odd little choc chip. But it's kind of like when you get choc chip in a sort of halo cookie dough ice cream. I mean, it's it's so low calorie and nondescript, you might as well not be there. But points for effort. They've tried to get some texture in, but the fluffiness of the inside, yeah, it's like it's quite. I'm lost for words. It really is quite unusual. I mean, the whip bites were soft, and we raved about those at the time. This is immensely soft. I mean, look at that. It floats away. It's like a cloud inside. So yeah, I don't know the best way to describe the whole thing. Wow, that's pretty cool. Emily's going to laugh at me there. And you can see there's a very, very fine fondant flavouring topping. You see some chips. Oh, there's a couple of chips lurking there. It's the first time I've actually completely pulled the bar apart on one of these videos, but yeah, just enough crunch to keep it interesting. It's kind of like a coated wafery thing with a fluffy centre. Yeah, I can't describe it any other way. Never had another bar like it, so a lot of these things cross over a lot. God knows what they've done with that. I'm going to have to look into the sort of, the factory and where they've done that, but fair play, that is impressive. And the flavour's good as well. They are not as sweet as the RedCon1, not sweet, the American thing. Pulled back a bit, so if you don't like things too sweet, this is probably for you. I think the dark chocolate on all three of the bars probably helps it. So yeah, Rocky Road, Choc PB. The Choc PB, there's peanut in there, but it's not sweet enough to really pull off the kind of Reese's Choc PB. And it's that kind of peanut butter, a little bit like the peanut butter boost. It's almost a little bit bitter, a little bit smoky. And it doesn't really work for us. Like, none of us really like that. But the caramel's solid. I could have shown you that one. But it's safe. Like, you're going to like the caramel, it's fine. But the Rocky Road is a nice surprise. Rocky Road bars often are a bit of a disappointment. This one, they've lent more heavily on the fruit flavour, which is what makes it stand out even more in the flavour trio we have there. And it works really nicely with the soft, fluffy, I don't know, uber light truffle marshmallow thing they've got going on there. So yeah, the Rocky Road, it does have a fruity flavour, like cherry sort of thing. But it's pretty awesome. Yeah, so I fully recommend those. I don't think we've set a bundle up yet, but we will do. That'll be a bundle of 10. The boxes are of 10 of these guys here. And yeah, they're in the mix now. So you'll probably see a lot of stores up and down the country. It's always the way with Optimum Nutrition, making a big fuss here. They're actually worth your while a little bit. You'll probably see them holding a Bar and things too, but they were nice enough for us to actually get them in too. So very happy to make a song and dance about them for a little bit. So yeah, it's a nice mixture we've got here. We've got super fudgy for this week. We've got crispy, crunchy cereally, and we've got super fluffy marshmallowy right there. Okay, that sort of covers the new bits. We've got some restocks to mention. We haven't got Swolson back in post-Easter yet. I think we really did give Maddie a hammering with her very successful Easter range. So the eggs and the Easter egg hunt bars, and yeah, she's struggling a little bit to reload every other flavour, but we're trying to push for the biggest order possible, so at least we can cover it for a little bit. So not made it in before the bank, no, sorry, it's next week's a bank holiday again, isn't it? It's not made it in for the weekend. It will be in about middle of next week, so hang on for that. So Wednesday sort of thing by the time you see this. We have got in, yeah, True Women. So that's the pink bars that are sitting here for some reason. I've still got to do a proper launch on this. Look out for that. Hopefully this weekend I'll get round to doing it. We finally got enough stock to make a song and dance. These vegan-friendly, plant-based bars, very, very cute, very, very colourful, all natural, no sugar alcohols. About, I think it's 12 to 14 grams of protein per bar, circa 200 calories. For vegan bars, very unusual, very, very tasty, all iced, kind of frosted, which we don't have any other like vegan bars doing that. And yeah, we haven't found anything as tasty as this recently. That's why we've gone to such lengths to bring this over from the States ourselves. And the guys are doing awesome things over there. We've actually got, I think, powders coming from them, cookies coming from them, loads of things in a couple of months ahead. But right now we've got all six flavours back in stock. And the best-selling one by far, the Daydreaming About Donuts. Who is not daydreaming about donuts? God knows I am. There you go. We've got those back in. We've got Smother Fudge or Peanut Butter, so that's Choc PB. We've got Oh Cookie Dough. We've got Ice Cream for Orange Cream, so that's a lovely orangey sort of Solero type chocolate orange vibe going on. We've got the Zamgood Zesty Lemon, very summery, very fresh. And last but not least, I swear there's one more. There it is, the Salty Delicious Almond. I always forget about that. Yeah, that's quite dark, it's quite intense, real salt along the top of it as well. Yeah, all awesome bars. There's a mix on site, a truly delicious bundle. I know a lot of you have been waiting. They are back in the mix now, and yeah, we'll be doing a proper launch soon and a proper video on them and everything. But yeah, all coated and iced and everything. Very different for vegan. Not a date in sight, don't worry. Yeah, just really tasty. Okay, anything else? Right, yeah, I was going to mention this very briefly. I'm not going to bother opening it because it's another kind of run-of-the-mill effort from 1Bars here. We've got chocolate peanut butter cup, or just peanut butter cup they're calling it. It's fully chocolate coated, which makes it different to either of the other peanut butter bars they've done. Yeah, it's a bit uninteresting in that there's nothing in the way of texture, chips or anything like that inside. They've just gone for that creamy Reese's peanut butter cup vibe. Yes, they pull it off. I think the flavour is there. Texture-wise, it's a little bit tough, a little bit uninspiring. If you're a big fan of 1Bars and the great low sugar promise, the clean ingredients, all vegetarian, all certified gluten-free, all that cool stuff, then yeah, it's a good solid bar, but it's not right up there for me. I don't think, for me, they've ever topped probably cinnamon roll or the maple glazed donut. Everyone loves the maple glazed donut. And the peanut butter chocolate cake is actually quite popular. That's probably the sweetest, creamiest peanut butter flavour. But with the full chocolate coating, it gets a bit of a decadent tick there. They're in the mix as well, and in our Yeah Buddy bundle. What else? Come on, there must be other things. It's been a while.
We've done half an hour, so
We've done half an hour, so
probably
I'm supposed to shut up. We have got, probably in the week ahead, the Easter Cream Skinny Food Co. coming up. That was a sort of Easter flavour. Ah, there you go, Millie's. Good one there. Easter cream flavour coming up. Didn't make it for Easter, but I'm sure it's still lovely. We have got big ghost restock in the week ahead, including sour green apple size. That's the advanced creatine product. We have got the brand new Mango Amino V2. So that's the vegan friendly one. It's just re-released, like souped up, boosted EAA profile and the rest. So yeah, the mango super summery flavor. We have got cinnamon cereal milk should be coming in at last. This is fantastic. I got a couple of tubs myself. It's absolutely amazing. You're going to love it. The fruity cereal milk, which is only just landed in the UK. We got the first tub of it ourselves to try. It mixes up pink. It's got a lovely pink flash on the label. It's a good summery sort of flavour. Yeah, they're going for Fruit Loops on that one, so I'm sure you'll like that if you're into that. And we've got peanut butter cereal milk back. I think we've got one tub left in the mix right now. That'll be being reloaded. Pancake batter, we've tried that. It's a very good general use vegan protein. So if you were lucky enough to snag a tub off them directly, I hope you're enjoying it. We will have this in probably about a month's time. And Ghost Burn, again, fantastic product that we're going to pitch as a bit of a beta-alanine-free pre-workout stacked with pump, as and when we can get it. It'll be about May, body power time. On that, 2 weeks to go until body power from this. I'll be going, Millie, Henry here, might be taking a couple of other guys on the team as well. It'd be lovely to see and meet any of you. So if you if you see us walking around, feel free to grab us and say hi. Like again, they'll probably get away without being spotted, but a bunch of you may know what I look like now. Although I will have a haircut. That is a pledge I'm going to make. Right now, I keep getting told I look slightly homeless. So I will be dealing with that. It's been so busy, I haven't had a chance. But week ahead, haircut is coming. I'll look more kind of civil walking around as well. Anyway, yeah. That's probably about it. So thank you for watching, guys. Another epically long one, but loads of cool stuff to cover here. Check out the Just Arrived section. Tons of stuff there. And we'll be putting more stuff up in the week ahead. Don't you worry. Loads of stuff coming. New Fulfill bars definitely coming. New Battle Bites stuff is coming. Loads of things. It's going to be a fun summer, as I've always promised. Anyway, yes, have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next time. Catch you later, folks.